Steve Barcelo hanging out south of the border, enjoying the beautiful sunshine. Here, check out this area here by the pool. My room's back over there with a rescue dog in it. Came down here to get done with a couple of different stories, but one of the things I'm doing is a deep dive. I'm going to get into more of the Gilgo killings. Don't mind me, I got the sun kind of directly in me. I probably should have had brought my sunglasses, but I do need my reading glasses. So I'm going to start off with different parts. This is the way it's going to be. I'm going to go into Mayor Gilbert, which is the mother of Shannon Gilbert. I'll do Johnny Ray. I'll do James Burke. I'll be talking cadaver dogs. Some of these are going to overlap and talk. Of course, Peter Hackett. I'm going to be talking about the properties. I'm going to be talking Rex. And I'm going to go into Rex today just because I'm down in South Carolina. He actually owns property down here. He has property in multiple places, and I don't know if they found them all. I know Vegas too, besides Massapequa Park. I'm from Long Island. I'm from Bayshore. So that's one of the things that made working the story kind of a little extra creepy for me. I knew some of the principals in it. I knew Joe Brewer from the neighborhood. So anyway, Rex does have property elsewhere. Now, some of the property he purchased was in Chester County, and it's actually a pretty good sized piece of property. Now, there is a piece of property there that his brother lives in. I don't know if that's the same piece. I'm trying to figure that out. So I'm going to assume it's the same, although the way they make this sounds like they bought more recently. You hear all kinds of banging here. And I'm going to post some pictures in here when I do the video. I didn't go up to the area, so I'm doing a Google Earth drive-by. I'll try to get up there, but it's sort of a little kind of odd little road to go off. But at some point we will. I understand his brother's not the most pleasant person in the world, going by what neighbors have said. But I don't know. I take it with a grain of salt. I don't want to pick on anybody for no reason at all. And I'm hearing doors slamming behind me. As long as it's not my door, the dog's not getting out. I don't want to be chasing my puppy. The property he owns is secluded, undeveloped. I mean, this is what he was using or allegedly was using to dump bodies of sex workers. 22 acres, decent size, not massive, but I mean, from Long Island, that's huge. And so you could have large areas where, I think the plan was for him to retire there. So going back to what I was just saying, you could have large areas where the family would never be. Areas that would just be thick and you could, go off and do what you wanted to do there. And future stuff. Now it is near a body of water, lakes. They don't seem to go anywhere except for other lakes. It's not like it's like Florida where the channel eventually goes out to a bay and out to the ocean. This is just land-based, locked in. I have an umbrella up above me, hope it doesn't take off. Basically, he bought the property in 2021. So I want to look up the date on that in relationship to him and where he was and what was going on. So they've had it for a little bit of time. Now, North Carolina now. And I was commissioner mayor there, so I know what it's like. It's hard. Like FBI reports don't go out from these little counties. It's very hard to find accurate records. The local police will have records of like just how many arrests and this and that, but it's hard to get something as accurate unless it's a big story as far as missing people. Children tend to be tagged more often, and the worst ones that don't get attention are sex workers, strippers, things of that sort. I was just having this discussion with someone last night. But doing a deep dive here as best I could, quickly. The South Carolina Human Trafficking Task Force has 2 incidents in 2023. Now that's interesting because it doesn't say the date in 2023, just that's when it was recorded. So did it actually happen in 2023, or is that from the year before, which is pretty common with a lot of these reports? I'd have to find out more specifics. That's all I can get on the web right now. Rex was arrested on July 13th, 2023. So does that remove him from it, or does it make it even more unusual? And if nothing's happened since, I don't know. It's a shot in the dark. There's a lot of weird stuff here as far as trying to figure out, I mean, why he bought the property there. I mean, just because you want to live out in the middle of nowhere, it's kind of what I'd love to do. It doesn't make me a serial killer. I mean, some people just, especially after you've lived in New York or a very populated area, you want to escape. It's nice to get out towards the country and a more simple life and easier life. Hence why I'm even out of my little town to come down here, just in time for a train to come through. And I'm down in Dillon, south of the border is where I'm hanging out right now. One of my places I come for mental health. Actually, not too far up the road from here is, I keep on getting the names wrong. It's Lumberton. Yeah, not Lucama. I always get those two mixed up. So it's Lumberton, North Carolina. So just over the border here. And this is south of the border, so we're literally just over. And somebody was killing there. And I'm going to try to follow up on that. I had one of the parents reach out to me years ago, and unfortunately it was the middle of COVID. We tried to get back in touch with her, and her daughter was actually murdered and thrown in a garbage can upside down, just thrown away like trash. And the problem they were having was the same thing that we had up north, which is a common thread when it comes, once again, to sex workers or strippers or anything like that. Anything that's got that sort of kind of stigma to it. The police and stuff just don't seem to care as much. And I'm not trying to trash anybody here. I dealt with this for 16 plus years up in Long Island. I used to go drinking with Jimmy Burke. I mean, I felt like I was pretty good friends with him. I had his cell number I could call, reach out. And there's rumors that he was even in a relationship. We had some kind of thing with a sex worker at some point back in the day, and I think he was at the first precinct back then, worked his way up through the ranks. So, I mean, and I remember reaching out to him to ask about, after Hurricane Sandy, are you going to run cadaver dogs now that the beaches are torn up? And I was basically said, last thing we need to find is any more damn dead hookers. So I apologize to the trains. No matter where I go, there's noise. I just shot a video where I was driving. My vehicle is so noisy now, the old Durango I've got. Got to get a better mic system set up. But so I'm going to do videos like this. This is benefit me as much as anyone else. I can clarify what I'm talking about. I've got tons. I'm one of these guys I'm visual, so I like to have things printed out that I can touch and highlight. I'm old school. So I've got stacks and stacks of files. So as I'm going through them, and I'm missing some of my old original stuff from the days when I was a journalist, I found a lot of my pads, which you guys would get a kick out of this, so I can get this thing to open. I'm trying to hold the phone because the wind's here, I don't want it to blow over. There's some of the old daily news pads and stuff, so I'm actually using what's left on them. But I'm going through all those to look for some of my notes. Unfortunately, most of my stuff was just recorded and be video and stuff, so I'm digging through all my old hard drives. I found one, an old G drive, noisy vehicle. It's got a lot of really good stuff on it. So I'm still going through that. It's a couple of terabytes. It's a lot of stuff. But so this is going to be a long, drawn-out process. I mean, the benefit is I was there. I was, I lived it. So as these things come up and I find them, I go, my two brain cells click and things make sense. And all of a sudden that reminds me of something else. I mean, that's how I found Shannon Gilbert's book on one of my iMacs. I was being interviewed by Twisted Sisters, believe it or not. And they wanted me to look at, turn on my old iMac there. It was in the museum. We were still in the house at the time. And they just wanted me to, it was B-roll, me investigating, me going through my files. And while I'm doing this, I see this file, this at SG book, and I click it, going, oh my God, I forgot that Mayor Gilbert had me photograph Shannon's book. And it was her notebook, just, basically John's dates, things like that. And even had, don't forget to pick up a lip gloss, pay your Verizon bill. And the really sad thing is a poem in there where she talks about, I wish someone would hold me for who I really am. And I mean, you kind of get you see into the soul of somebody like that, where her life was taken way too short. And that's another video I'm going to go into my belief and what I think happened to her. And I do not think she drowned. I can make that quite clear. So this is a start. I'm going to start doing these. There'll be a lot of little shorts. And please put comments below. Let me know what you think. If you have something, especially if you live in the area around here, if you're a neighbor, I mean, I'm more than happy to keep things anonymous. And I'm trying to get some more information. I'm working with another friend who's a journalist. We're going to do, I think we're going to do a documentary first. I'm probably going to do a series of them. And then we're going to spin into a book. And it should be interesting. Now, I've got a lot of stuff that no one's ever heard. I mean, a lot of stuff, and I get so frustrated when I listen to some of these podcasts and these documentaries. And I've had arguments with some of the people who've done it, and there's just so many non-factual things there, and things are just flat out wrong right from the beginning. And I'll tell them, I said, and they go, no, you're wrong. I said, no, I was there. I was there. I have it on film, or tape. And it's very frustrating. Anyway, if you like this sort of stuff, I'm going to be doing it anyway. I have no choice. But let me know. I'm going to try to keep on shooting at least, 1 or 2 of these sort of videos. I got to expedite these now and get things together at least a week. So I'm going to try to travel to locations. It definitely helps to be in the area. Not to mention I want to get fresh art, fresh B-roll, even though a lot of things will be changing. I will be going back up to Long Island and re-interviewing people. I've been reaching out to some people there. And I'm going to get all that stuff going. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully my eyes aren't squinting too much in the sun. And I'm going to go get ice and put some beers on ice and finish doing my paperwork. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.